Did you know there's one single vitamin that could make the difference between walking confidently on your own or needing someone's help just to stand up from a chair after the age of 60? That may sound like an exaggeration, but I promise you, it's not. Picture this for a moment. You wake up in the morning, swing your legs over the side of the bed, place your feet on the floor, and immediately feel that familiar discomfort in your legs. Every step is a challenge. Climbing the stairs feels like running a marathon. But what if I told you there's a simple, science-backed way to restore strength to your legs and walk pain-free, without complicated exercises or expensive treatments? Yes, there's a vitamin, just one, that may hold the key to maintaining your independence, avoiding falls, and staying active well into your later years. And no, this isn't some miracle cure or empty promise. We're talking about real science, real health, and a real opportunity to improve your quality of life. Getting older doesn't have to mean slowing down or giving up the things you love. You can age well. You can age strong. Before we go any further, let me ask you to take a quick moment. Please subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any of the valuable science-based tips we share to help you stay healthy and independent as you age. Also, leave a comment below. Have you or someone in your family struggled with walking, leg pain, or muscle weakness? I read every single comment, and I use your stories and questions to shape the content we bring here, because this channel is for you. Now, let me tell you why this video is different from all the health advice you've heard before. Most videos you'll find out there talk about fancy workout routines, complicated diets, or expensive supplements that often don't fit into your everyday life. Today, I want to give you something far more powerful and far simpler: the knowledge of one essential vitamin that has been shown to support your leg strength and mobility. And here's something important to remember. I'm here to help you, not to judge you. Maybe you've already tried physical therapy. Maybe you've taken medications or made changes to your diet. And yet, you still feel weak, tired, or in pain when you walk. Let me reassure you, you're not alone. Millions of older adults around the world are facing the same challenges, and there is hope. I want you to remember this phrase. Every day is a chance to preserve your vitality, and in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how. You can do that without stress, without complicated changes, and starting right now. Here's something that surprises many people. Most older adults don't slow down because of age itself. They slow down because of nutritional deficiencies that could be easily corrected. And no, this isn't just my opinion. According to research published by Harvard Health Publishing, vitamin D deficiency is strongly linked to muscle weakness and an increased risk of falls in older adults. That's an important fact, because it shows that healthy aging isn't just about good genes. It's also about how we take care of our bodies, including the nutrients we provide them. So let's be clear about what's coming next. There's one essential vitamin for maintaining strength in your legs. It can help reduce pain, prevent falls, and preserve your independence. And best of all, you can start addressing it today. Get ready, because in the next part of this video, I'm going to explain exactly what this vitamin is, how it works in your body, and the safest, most practical ways to get it, through food, sunlight, or supplementation, always with guidance from your doctor. But first, remember, subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next, and leave a comment below telling me your biggest challenge when it comes to staying strong and active. We are here to make sure this chapter of your life is your strongest yet. Let's start by understanding the problem. As we get older, our bodies naturally change. Muscle mass begins to decline, bones can become weaker, and simple activities, like walking to the mailbox or climbing the stairs, can feel harder than they used to. This is something almost every older adult experiences at some point, and it's called age-related muscle loss, or sarcopenia. You may have never heard the term, but you've probably felt its effects. Suddenly, you find yourself avoiding long walks. You hold onto railings more often. Getting up from a chair takes extra effort. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 3 adults over the age of 65 experiences a fall each year, and many of those falls are linked to muscle weakness. That's not just a number, that's a wake-up call. It means millions of people are at risk of losing their independence, simply because their bodies aren't getting the support they need. But here's the most important thing: losing muscle. Strength doesn't have to be just part of getting old. Much of it is preventable. The body has an incredible ability to rebuild and repair itself, even later in life. But it needs the right tools to do so. And this brings us to the emotional part of today's message, a story that might remind you of someone you know, or perhaps even yourself. I want to introduce you to Mary, a 72-year-old grandmother. Mary loved gardening. For years, she spent her mornings tending to her flowers, pulling weeds, and planting vegetables. But over time, she started to notice small changes. First, it was a little stiffness in her knees. Then, walking up the garden path left her short of breath. One day, Mary stumbled while stepping off the curb and fell. That fall was a turning point. She became afraid to go outside, worried she might fall again. Days turned into weeks, and Mary began spending most of her time indoors, watching television, avoiding the hobbies she once loved. Her family noticed that she was withdrawing, but they weren't sure how to help. Then, during a routine checkup, Mary's doctor ran some blood tests and discovered she was severely deficient in vitamin D. The doctor explained that vitamin D plays a critical role in muscle strength and balance, and that without it, Mary's body was struggling to support even everyday movements. Mary started a simple plan. She spent 15 minutes a day in the sun, added vitamin D-rich foods like eggs, and fortified dairy to her diet, and, with her doctor's guidance, began taking a low-dose vitamin D supplement. Within just a few months, Mary noticed a real difference. She had more energy. Her legs felt stronger. She started walking outside again, first to the mailbox, then around the block. Eventually, she returned to her beloved garden. Mary's story is a powerful reminder. It's never too late to reclaim your strength. With the right knowledge and simple actions, you can take control of your health and rediscover the activities that bring you joy. Now let's talk about the vitamin at the center of today's message. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because our bodies naturally produce it when exposed to sunlight. But here's the problem. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D, and many older adults spend more time indoors. The result? A large percentage of people over 60 are vitamin D deficient, often without even knowing it. According to Harvard Health Publishing, vitamin D plays a crucial role in bone health, muscle strength, immune function, and even mood regulation. Without enough vitamin D, our muscles weaken, our bones become fragile, and our risk of falling increases. Here are 5 important benefits of vitamin D for older adults, all supported by research. 1. Improves muscle strength. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in keeping your muscles strong and working properly. You might be surprised to learn that vitamin D doesn't just help with bones, it's essential for the way your muscles contract and relax. This is especially important for older adults because muscle strength naturally declines with age, and that can lead to a higher risk of falling, difficulty walking, and loss of independence. When your body has enough vitamin D, your muscles are better able to respond when you move, whether that's standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or simply walking across the room. It improves the coordination between your brain and muscles, helping you maintain balance and avoid sudden stumbles or slips. Scientific studies back this up. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, seniors who maintain adequate levels of vitamin D show significantly better results in physical strength tests, including grip strength, walking speed, and the ability to rise from a seated position. In contrast, Those with low levels are more likely to experience muscle weakness, slower reaction times, and poor balance, all of which increase the risk of falls. The good news is that by addressing vitamin D deficiency, many older adults can improve their muscle strength and regain a sense of confidence and security in their movements. 2. Supports bone health and reduces fracture risk. Vitamin D is often called the guardian of the bones, and for very good reason. As we get older, maintaining strong and healthy bones becomes one of the most important aspects of staying independent and active. Unfortunately, aging often comes with silent changes inside our bodies. And one of the biggest risks is the gradual loss of bone density, a condition known as osteopenia, or, when it becomes more severe, osteoporosis. But here's where vitamin D comes into the picture. It is absolutely essential for helping your body absorb calcium, the main building block of bone. Think of calcium as the bricks that make up the wall, and vitamin D as the worker who helps carry those bricks and put them in place. Without enough vitamin D, it doesn't matter how much calcium you consume. Your body simply can't use it properly, and over time, your bones become thinner and weaker. This is not just theory. It's backed by strong scientific evidence. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, several studies have shown that vitamin D supplementation can reduce the risk of bone fractures in older adults, particularly hip fractures, which are among the most dangerous injuries. For seniors, why are hip fractures so serious? Because they often require surgery, long hospital stays, and months of rehabilitation, and they can dramatically reduce quality of life and independence. To make this even clearer, let's look at what happens inside the body. When vitamin D levels are low, the body starts pulling calcium out of the bones to maintain the right amount of calcium in the blood. This process weakens the bones over time, making them more fragile and prone to breaking, even from a small fall, or sometimes just from bending or lifting. By keeping vitamin D levels in a healthy range, the body can maintain strong, dense bones that can withstand the normal stresses of daily life. You may be wondering, how common is vitamin D deficiency? Among older adults? Quite common. According to the National Osteoporosis Foundation, up to 50% of people over the age of 50 have inadequate levels of vitamin D. This happens because, as we age, the skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, and dietary intake often falls short. Add to this that many seniors avoid sunlight due to skin cancer concerns, and you have the perfect storm for deficiency. The good news is that this problem is often preventable and treatable. Simple actions like spending 10-15 minutes in the sun each day with appropriate skin protection, eating vitamin D-rich foods like salmon, mackerel, fortified dairy products, and eggs, and, when needed, taking a vitamin D supplement under medical guidance can make a big difference. Let me give you an example to make this real. Imagine John, a 75-year-old retiree. John loved working in his garden and playing with his grandchildren, but over the past year, he noticed he was becoming more cautious. He stopped climbing ladders to prune trees and avoided picking up his grandkids, worried about his balance. Then one day, while stepping off a curb, John lost his footing and fell. The result was a fractured hip and a long stay in the hospital. During his recovery, John's doctor discovered he had severe vitamin D deficiency and osteoporosis. With proper treatment, including vitamin D supplementation, dietary changes, and physical therapy, John gradually regained strength. But he often says, "If I had known earlier, I might have avoided that fall entirely." John's story is a powerful reminder. Addressing vitamin D deficiency before a fracture happens can help prevent painful and life-altering injuries. Finally, it's important to understand that maintaining bone health isn't just about avoiding broken bones. It's about preserving independence, mobility, and quality of life. By taking simple steps to support bone health, older adults can continue enjoying the activities that matter most to them, from gardening to traveling, without the constant fear of falling or getting hurt. In summary, Vitamin D is one of the most valuable tools we have to protect our bones, reduce fracture risk, and help seniors live with strength and confidence. It's a small nutrient with a big impact, and it's never too late to start making it part of your daily routine. 3. Boosts immune system function. We often think of vitamin D as something mainly related to bones, but one of its most powerful and sometimes overlooked roles is in supporting the immune system. And this becomes especially important as we age. The immune system is our body's natural defense against viruses, bacteria, and other harmful invaders. When it's working properly, it quickly identifies and attacks infections, helping us recover faster and stay healthier. But as we get older, the immune system becomes less efficient, a process called immunosenescence. This means older adults are not only more likely to get sick, but they may also take longer to recover, and common infections can become far more dangerous. Here's where vitamin D comes in. According to research from the Mayo Clinic, vitamin D is essential for activating immune cells that detect and destroy pathogens. Without enough vitamin D, the immune system can't respond effectively, leaving the body more vulnerable to infections, like the common cold, seasonal flu, bronchitis, and even pneumonia, an infection that can be particularly life-threatening in seniors. To understand how this works, think of the immune system as an army and vitamin D as its communication network. Without proper communication, the army doesn't know where to go or how to fight. Vitamin D helps switch on important immune functions, ensuring that the body can launch a timely and appropriate response when faced with an infection. Several scientific studies have highlighted the importance of vitamin D in immune health. A large review published in the British Medical Journal, BMJ, analyzed data from over 10,000 people and found that vitamin D supplementation reduced the risk of respiratory infections, especially in those who were deficient. This means that taking steps to maintain healthy vitamin D levels may not only reduce the number of colds and flu episodes, but also lower the severity and duration of these illnesses. For older adults, this is more than just a matter of convenience. It's often a matter of life and death. Respiratory infections in seniors can lead to serious complications, hospitalizations, and in some cases, permanent decline in health. In fact, pneumonia is one of the leading causes of death among people over 65. By supporting immune health with adequate vitamin D, older adults can build an extra layer of protection, helping their bodies defend against these potentially dangerous infections. Let's bring this to life with a short story. Meet Eleanor, an 80-year-old widow who loves spending time with her great-grandchildren. For years, Eleanor had been catching every cold and flu that went around. A simple cold would turn into a weeks-long cough, and last winter she was hospitalized with pneumonia. During her hospital stay, doctors tested her vitamin D levels and found they were critically low. They started her on a supplement and educated her about getting more sunlight and vitamin D-rich foods. The following winter, Eleanor's experience was completely different. She still caught a mild cold, but she recovered quickly without complications. She noticed she had more energy overall and felt less tired during the day. Eleanor now proudly tells her friends, "I may be old, but my immune system is stronger than ever." Eleanor's story reminds us that it's never too late to strengthen our natural defenses. Simple changes like spending 10-15 minutes in sunlight, eating fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, and taking a doctor-recommended vitamin D supplement can make a big difference. It's also worth noting that vitamin D may have other immune benefits beyond fighting infections. Emerging research suggests it may help regulate inflammation in the body, potentially playing a role in reducing the severity of autoimmune diseases and chronic inflammatory conditions, although more studies are still needed to fully understand these effects. In short, vitamin D is a powerful ally for the immune system. For older adults, maintaining good vitamin D levels isn't just about avoiding minor sniffles. It's about protecting against serious illnesses that can threaten independence and quality of life. By taking action now, older adults can help, Ensure that their immune system stays sharp, resilient, and ready to protect them through every season of life. 4. Supports mood and reduces risk of depression. Research suggests a strong link between vitamin D levels and mental health. Low vitamin D is associated with an increased risk of depression in older adults. A study published in the Journal of Aging and Health showed that seniors with sufficient vitamin D levels were less likely to report depressive symptoms and had better overall well-being. 5. Enhances balance and reduces fall risk. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury in seniors. Vitamin D improves balance by strengthening the muscles used for standing and walking. The World Health Organization has identified vitamin D supplementation as one of the key strategies to reduce falls among older adults. So, to summarize, vitamin D is not just about bones, it's about strength, balance, immunity, and emotional health. And the best part? Getting enough vitamin D doesn't require a drastic lifestyle change. In the next section, we'll talk about practical, easy ways to boost your vitamin D levels through sunlight, diet, and supplements, always under the guidance of your doctor. As we've seen today, just one vitamin, vitamin D, can make an extraordinary difference in your life after 60. It's not just about bones or muscles or immunity on their own. It's about protecting your independence, your vitality, and your joy in everyday life. Whether it's helping you walk without pain, reducing your risk of dangerous fractures, boosting your immune defenses, improving your mood, or giving you better balance and stability, vitamin D truly is one of the most essential nutrients for healthy aging. And here's the best part. You can start making positive changes today. Step outside for a little sunlight. Add vitamin D-rich foods to your meals. Talk to your doctor about testing your vitamin D levels and whether a supplement is right for you. You deserve to live with strength, energy, and confidence. And I'm Mai, here to help you on that journey. If this video was helpful to you, please subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next health tips we share. And I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let me know. Have you ever been tested for vitamin D levels? What's one thing you're going to start doing today to strengthen your health? Remember, every day is a new chance to protect your vitality. Let's take that step together.